I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I just think that the Clippers as a team need to possibly stay away from the James Harden situation because it seems like more drama could be added to it at any point in time. Now, him and Daryl Morey have issues, of course, about trust and things like that because he felt like he was undermined by Daryl Morey and not given the fair opportunity to be traded as he felt like he should have been to the Clippers, because that's exactly where, James Harden wants to reside at or go based upon the reports. And now we're hearing that Kawhi and PG, the stars of the Clippers, are just speaking or having private conversations with James Harden, trying to find a way to get him down to LA. And, that's a huge thing, because if they somehow find a way to pull some strings and get him to LA, I mean, that makes everything so much different because now it empowers the players even more than what they've already been empowered by going around or walking around upper management and find ways to lure players in, get them in the process or get them on the roster the way they see fit. And, trying to pull strings like that could be a lot. But if you can do it, I mean, if it works to your advantage, I mean, I guess why not? And, the fact that Kawhi and PG have had talks with James Harden here lately about possibly, teaming up and getting on the same team and getting down to LA. There's a lot of nuances that come with that, but there is a lot of ups that comes with that for James Harden because, like I said, we remember what Kawhi Leonard did a few years ago when everybody thought he was going to the Lakers, and he pulls off the heist and go to the Clippers and somehow gets Paul George to come with him. I mean, so Kawhi can definitely help pull some strings. He's definitely that type of superstar. So can Paul George. And, Jerry West in the front office can pull some strings. So they got the clientele, the people around them to get things done. It just has to be done in a, informal way rather than, usually the formal way by just a regular trade, because obviously the 76ers don't want to let go of James Harden so easily unless they get back a whole lot in return. But if that's the case, then you got to look at it for what it's worth. If they do take a lot from the Clippers are not going to be a championship team if they give away too much for one player, as I said in many videos. So I think what the secret talks is they're trying to figure out a way to lure or get him there, pry him away from the 76ers without having to give up so much. And with the situation being in such dire strengths as it is, James Harden doesn't want to probably play for the 76ers anyway, even more so now than he didn't before he even requested or even mentioned anything about a trade of going to the Los Angeles Clippers, because he feels like Daryl Morey undercut him and undermined him and did him wrong. But, I mean, when it comes to contractual situations, things just have to go the way they have to go. It doesn't really have any structure for the player. Is mainly all for the team and what they see fit and what they see best and what they can get in return for them, and equal value and equal dollar. That's what it's all about. So if that's what it's all about, James Harden understands that. He knows that. But I can definitely see him being upset or, not happy about the situation, because he feels like Daryl Morey is one of them guys who's supposed to have his back in any situation. But what he has to realize is Daryl Morey wants a star players around too. He doesn't want to have to rebuild and all those things. He wants to win, and not having players like James Harden, who's a star player on his roster, added with Joel Embiid, it can make things a lot difficult in regards to winning a championship and keeping Joel Embiid around for the long haul. You see what I'm saying? Because he wants to win too. So, I mean, it all goes hand in hand. But at the same time, I don't know if the Clippers or Kawhi and PG should be speaking too much, to James Harden, because there could be some type of conflict there with the NBA rules and things like that. I mean, I don't really foresee that happening too much, but you never know. You don't want to cross no lines, especially after all the drama and everything that's coming out with this situation with James Harden and Daryl Morey. You don't want to cross any lines or do anything wrong. You kind of want to stay in your position and play your position the best way you can, and don't, try to step out of bounds too much. So, I mean, it's okay, the private conversations a little, but I just think that the Kawhi and PG don't need to overly do too much with the secret conversations with him, because honestly, they can't make the decision of getting him to the Clippers. It's all about the upper management. So unless they can pull some strings and get somebody to give Daryl Morey a call and give him an ultimatum that he will go with, I mean, that's the only way it's probably actually going to work. And so, I mean, either way, like I said, they're trying to make a way for James Harden to get to LA. They really are. I pretty much think it's dead or thought it was dead. But now that you got Kawhi and PG stepping in and they're really trying to put their foot forward and, vouch for James Harden coming there and wanting him to come there, both of them wanting him to come there, according to the reports. If you read Clutch Points in, Sports Illustrated and a couple other sites, they're going to do everything they can to get him there, from what I'm hearing from some of my sources. But as I said before, it's still, it's not completely dead at this point. I guess because there's still a lot of interest there on both sides between James Harden and the Clippers. So, the interest is there, but the trade has to happen. And, it's going to be tough. It really is. I don't know if Daryl Morey is going to renege on what he said or anything like that, or what, the plans are for the 76ers, but we'll just have to see. But this would be interesting if the, Kawhi Leonard and, finds a way to, pull another star player on that team like he did Paul George years ago. This would be interesting if it does happen. I'm definitely anticipating it. I definitely can't wait to see how it plays out. I just hope that the Clippers don't cross any lines or get fined or anything for doing any tampering or anything like that. Hopefully it doesn't turn into some situation like that, because it very well easily could. So like I said, you got to be careful, trying to work around upper management on teams and contractual situations, because, it can definitely cross some lines where, there can be some reprimanding done. So let's see what happens with the situation and see how it goes. But right now it's still null. It's in a null situation right now. It's not moving forward. It's not going backwards. It's pretty much stuck where it is. And like I said, it's going to have to be some real strings pulled to make it happen. But, hey, Kawhi can do that. He's been known to do it before. So let's just see what happens. But either way, leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk about it.